Yes, my dear friend, welcome back to the channel. Very good morning to you wherever you are around the globe, especially on the continent of Africa, in Europe, in America, Canada, Australia, or right here in Asia. Ladies and gentlemen, thank God it's Friday. Yes, Fridays are good days. Oh yeah, I am excited by the day because it is weekend and the weekend games are going to come up. Look, our game is on Sunday. Chelsea's game is on Sunday against Tottenham Hotspur at the White Hart Lane. Oh, is it still called by that name? Well, Tottenham are hosting Chelsea on Sunday. Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready. Well, Tottenham, they are complaining a lot. They complain a lot. It is not easy with Ange Pochettino. It's not easy with him at all. Series of injuries right now as we speak. But we will not talk much about that right now. We will come back to that issue later. Maybe later this afternoon or tomorrow. Remember, it is Chelsea, Tottenham Hotspurs. Oh yes, we are still doing post-mortem of our last game. Moises Caicedo speaking at the sideline of his training and his, whatever, his performances of late with this current Chelsea setup. Knowing where he is coming from and where he is going. Last season, with all the price tag and all the talks about 150 million pounds, he's not worth it, he's that. Many were speaking about him as if he priced himself. Well, Moises Caicedo did not price himself. It was based on his performance with his previous club. That the owners, the managers of that club decided to price him that way. And moreover, Chelsea wanted him so badly. Liverpool was also in the race. The only option Chelsea had was to pay the money and get a player. Now the player is beginning to perform. He is delivering. And this is what he said. Moises Caicedo, he said, I am totally adapted to the Premier League. I have to keep going like this, showing every game so that people continue to see the same Moises and know that I have no limit. Listen, he says that people begin to continue to see and know that he has no limit. Moises Caicedo says he has no limit. My goodness. He said, that's my mentality. I have no limit. Moises Caicedo says his mentality is that his ability, capability, his strength has no limit. Wow. He said, I want to keep trying very hard so that people see what I am made of. I try to do it in every training session and every game, and people can see it. Wow. This guy is already beginning to be, he's writing his names in the good books of Chelsea. Like I said to you a few days ago, Caicedo, in the history of Chelsea, since some of us started following Chelsea in recent years, the past 2 decades, we can remember Makelele, we can remember Michael Essien, we can remember Diarra. Yes, Makelele, Diarra, Michael Essien. Oh yes, my own Michael Essien, who celebrated his birthday this week. Yeah, the Bison, legendary the Bison. Oh yes, who is now FIFA accredited, UEFA accredited coach. He has his badge. He has completed his UEFA badge in coaching. Yes, he's now a fully fledged coach. Oh my goodness. Michael Essien. Yes, from Michael Essien, we can remember vividly recent years. Kante, our own Kante, the engine. The diesel engine. I call him the diesel engine. Now we have Moises Caicedo saying he has no limit. Chelsea have been blessed in the past years. And now, with strong and firm DMs. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to hope that our next game, Caicedo will be up and doing against Tottenham. Yes. We move on. Now, like I said to you, Tottenham is our next game on Sunday, right? They had a series of issues. Their coach has been speaking. He spoke again yesterday after their game. And it looks like all is not well with Tottenham. I will not delve so much into that. But quickly, Pochettino says something that struck me. A message to the fans. A rallying call to the fans against Chelsea And that is why I want to bring this up. He said, all I can say is I am really disappointed with tonight. That was the game they played yesterday. He said, I am determined to get it right, and I will keep fighting until we do. One of the interviews, one of the statements he made when he was asked about a defender. Yes, they had series of injuries to their defenders, and he was asked about the defender, whether they're going to sign defender in January. He was categorical. He said, signing a defender in January will not help them on Sunday against Chelsea. His focus is on Chelsea, not in January. Ladies and gentlemen, so for you to know that we are already beginning to be a problem for Tottenham and Pochettino. Right now as we speak, we are ready. We are ready. Remember, Chelsea rested a lot of players, and all the players that did not play in midweek, definitely Romeo Lavia, they will all be in the first team coming Sunday. Oh, definitely. Even if we want to go back with the same 11, dear friend, we still look more capable. We still look more capable. Well, before I continue, quickly, Reborn Chelsea. On your screen right now, I came across this and it's of interest to Chelsea fans. You see, I've been speaking about Pochettino and Enzo Maresca, the comparison. I said it here clearly and categorically that it is a foundation that Pochettino laid that Enzo Maresca is building on. He can choose not to acknowledge that. Fine, but we that analyze football, we see games from different angles and we analyze with our mind, not with our heart. It's very clear, and statistics shows that the difference between Pochettino's performance last season and now is only the league table. And the league table, he said that even the league table now, every other team on the league table right now is different. The Premier League is such a competitive league that even if you lose 2 games on a row, it affects you. You could be on the 15th on the league table. You lose 2 games in a row, you could find yourself 15th on the league table. That is what you can see on your screen. Pochettino. By this time in Pochettino's era, we were 10th on the league table. Now we are 2nd on the league table. It is not because we gain more points. No, it is the way the league itself has shifted, with many more teams building, and they are becoming more stronger. You could see very clearly there. If you check it percentage-wise, point-wise, 6.99 Pochettino, 7.04 Enzo Maresca. The difference is not wide. And we also remember very well the injury crisis Poch had. Or you can say that Pochettino's style of training affected the players while they were getting so much injury. That is a point, but there's no evidence to that. There is no evidence to that. And you also have to remember, even if you are raising that point, that more additions were made to the current squad. More additions were made to the squad that Pochettino never had. Do you get it? More experienced players from the Premier League were added, like Pedro Neto has experience in the Premier League. Tosin, Premier League experience. But under Pochettino, the players that were there, we could all see it. We know the challenges Pochettino had. So, looking at the statistics on your screen right now, there has not been a big difference. But the truth of the matter is that Enzo Maresca lifted Chelsea up the ladder. On the league table right now, we are 2nd. And there is every possibility we could win the league. Because the league itself, some other teams have problems. Some are stronger now. And a team like Chelsea, under Pochettino, Nicola Jackson, it was his first season. Many of the players, their first season in the Premier League, they struggle. Second season, they begin to perform. Like Jackson, for instance. Second season is better than his first season. And these were the players that Pochettino handled in his first season at Chelsea. Unfortunately, he was sacked. I am not saying Enzo Maresca is not doing a great job. He's doing a perfect job is uplifted, and that is what is expected. Ladies and gentlemen, well, let me hear from you from the comment section. Don't go anywhere, because your shout out will be coming after this video. Yes, I have your shout outs here, and I'm giving all of you guys shout out. Quickly, yesterday, the draw of the Club World Cup was made. The draw for the Club World Cup. Yes, Chelsea. We are in a Club World Cup without playing in Europe last season. But Chelsea are represented in the Club World Cup 2025. The draw was made, and here it goes. Chelsea are facing Flamengo, the Brazilian club. Yes, we are facing Flamengo. Then we are facing Esperance of Tunis. That's from Tunisia, from Africa. Then we'll be facing Club Leon. Club Leon. I believe that's from South America. I'm not too sure. I have to verify that. As you can see on your screen, Group D. Chelsea are in Group D. Yes, Chelsea are in Group D. And if you look at the entire group, Club World Cup, full draw, you ask yourself, some teams are just lucky. Chelsea, actually, we are not in a, the group is not that tough. But hey, Flamengo, you can't predict. These teams, Flamengo is not an easy team to play against. Yes, of course. But you could see clearly that some other teams, you can say maybe they had it easier like Real Madrid group. Where's their group? Yeah, Group H. Like Real Madrid Group H. You know? Well, for me, I think Chelsea has a chance of winning this trophy. Oh yeah. With the caliber of players we have, and with the experience they are going to be gaining throughout this season before the summer. Club World Cup, this is a draw. Ladies and gentlemen, the full draw, Club World Cup 2025 is what you can see right there on your screen. Right there on your screen. All right, quickly. We are doing well as a football club, Chelsea Football Club. But hey, there has been some two gentlemen that have been working behind the scene. Some of us, including myself, we came after them last season. We were on their nerves last season that they were buying youth, they were not buying experience. You know, the squad was struggling, and we know, we admitted. But this season, things seems to be changing. Right now, Chelsea are second on the league table, and we need to give the flower to them that deserve it. Ladies and gentlemen, Paul Winstanley and Lawrence Stewart, you can see on your screen. Paul Winstanley and Lawrence Stewart, our sporting director, they deserve a huge credit for the position of the club right now. They built a young and dynamic squad that is ready to compete. All of us, including myself, we were quick to criticize when they made mistakes. Oh yeah. Now it is time that we hand over their flower to them. At least for now, we are up there on the league table. These two gentlemen, we are up on second position. And there is every possibility we could win the league. Oh yes. There is every possibility. Even though I don't want to put my mind on that so much, because the league is still not up to even half yet. Right? So we need to be patient. But we are building something solid. And these two gentlemen, they have done a great job so far. We need to give their flowers to them. Quickly before I let you go, it is your breakfast. It is your breakfast, and now, oh, my shout outs are not ready yet. My goodness, my technical unit. Okay, in the next one, I promise to bring the shout out. All right, quickly, let me conclude here. Chelsea have such a balanced squad. Chelsea, we have such a balanced squad. Going into the second half of the season, by December, we have a balanced squad right now as we speak, compared to most of the teams right now in the Premier League. In fact, 90% of the teams in the Premier League, they are struggling because their squad is not yet really balanced. Some due to injury. Enzo Maresca, as we speak, as my coach he has a crack. He has to crack the code right now. Enzo Maresca, from now onwards, must crack the code that can win us the league. That can cause problem to our opponents. Profiles create partnerships that make squads successful. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, I'm an analyst and I'm back. Profiles create partnerships that make squads successful. Now, wingers, quickly. Our wingers, we have Jadon Sancho and Joao Felix. Fill the ball. Pocket players are often partnered with Pedro Neto and Noni, who are more direct in behind wingers. Noni, Pedro Neto or Noni Madueke, they are more direct in behind wingers. Joao Felix, Jadon Sancho, they are pocket players. Pocket players. You ask me, am I leaving out Modric? No. Modric is both. He has the speed, he has the ability to break into pocket areas, and he has the ability, to play as a direct winger. That is the difference. That is why I'll be sad if Modric is sold. Oppositions doesn't know whether to close the space to prevent pocket players finding space. Then you run the risk of pacey wingers getting behind. Or whether to drop deep to prevent space behind. But this allows others to find the space. Do you see the trick in there? Chelsea have the complete squad right now. When you play low block, the solution is there. Low block, yes, we have the solution. Then when you play up high the field, we have the solution. That is what it means. That is what oppositions right now, they will be confused. Should they go with a low block or should they go with a high line? Either way, we have the men that can counter it. Coming weekend, Sunday, what do you think Tottenham is going to do? Because Tottenham, they leave so much space behind. It's time for Chelsea to explore. I'll see you guys in the next one. When you see me, shalom and peace.